everyone, it's me Gargee from Gargee's tutorial. Today we're going to discuss some of the idioms that we used to use in our everyday life. So, what are the idioms and phrases? Idioms and phrases are expressions peculiar to a particular language. They add to the beauty of the construction of the sentences. English is a highly geometric language. So if we go on learning some of the phrases and idioms in our daily life, then it will help us a lot to construct a beautiful sentence, and the sentence will be different from others. So let's get started. So our first idiom is keep an eye on. Keep an eye on means to look after or to take care. So if we construct the very idiom in a sentence, that will be very easier for you to recognize, to relate the very idiom in your everyday life. So keep an eye on means to look after or to take care. Could you keep an eye on my suitcase? It can be bag, it can be my dresses, it can be anything, my laptop. So the sentence is, could you keep an eye on my suitcase? So our first idiom was keep an eye on. So very easy. So our second idiom is off and on. The second one is off and on. So what is the meaning of that particular idiom? See, if you want to learn the idiom side by side, you have to learn the meaning also, because without the meaning, you won't be relate the very idiomatic word to a particular sentence. So, to work properly or to get the proper knowledge of the idioms, you need to know the meanings also. So, the meaning of the particular idiom off and on is not all the time, not always, or sometimes. So let me construct the very idiom in a sentence. So it has been raining. It has been raining off and on since yesterday morning. You can write yesterday noon. You can choose either of the words. So off and on means not all the time, means sometimes. It's not, means the meaning of the sentence is, it's not raining ceaselessly. There is a stop in between. So it's not raining continuously. So the thing that doesn't happen continuously, you can relate the very thing to the particular idiom off and on. So the sentence is, it has been raining off and on since yesterday morning or noon. Moving forward to the third one. Let's move forward to our third idiom. Let's move forward to a third one, which is out of question. Which is out of question means the thing which is impossible. Means we just can't think of the very thing. Means out of question, impossible. So to make the very idiom clear to you, let me construct the same in a sentence. For example, our trip to Canada is out of question this year. Means we can't think of going to Canada this year. It's quite obvious. We all know that we all are fighting together against the devastating disease known as COVID-19. So we can't think of going foreign countries. So we can relate the very sentence to our present situation. And for this, I have constructed this sentence, which will be very easier to you to relate in your personal life also. Our trip to Canada is out of question this year. So, moving forward to our next idiom. The fourth and the interesting idiom is on the verge of. On the verge of means when something is likely to happen. Means when something is likely to happen, or you can relate it to almost, nearly. So the fourth one is on the verge of. So let me clear you after constructing the very idiom in a sentence. He was on the verge of death. Now what does it mean? Assume that somebody was suffering from an acute problem. Somebody has been suffering from an acute problem and he or she hasn't got the proper treatment for the same disease. So what is going to happen? He or she has to go on the verge of death. Means some person was suffering from an acute problem for a long time. So he was on the verge of death. So you can relate the same thing to tears. He was on the verge of tears. Suppose baby was playing with a toy and someone has snatched away the toy and the baby boy was about to cry. He was about to scream. So we can relate the very idiom to the sentence. He was on the verge of tears. So the last and the fifth idiom is detest. Detest means to dislike something intensely. Means when we have disliking for something, for some matter, from the very core of our heart, intensely from the core of our heart. So let's frame the very word in a sentence. Ria's parents detest her new friend because he has a bad reputation. Means Ria's parent didn't like her new friend. Why they didn't like? They didn't like the new friend of Ria because the person had a bad reputation. Means the person has a bad reputation in his society or whatever. So detest means not liking anything, to grow dislike for anything, or we can frame the very thing to another sentence also after converting the very word into past tense. Means then we have to arrange it in the form of past tense, means detested. We have to put ed with the very word detest. Detested means the thing that I didn't like. I didn't like. For example, I detested spending 2 hours every day traveling to work. Means I used to travel for 2 hours to the destination of my work and I didn't like it. So whenever we do not like anything, whenever we have a dislike for anything, we can relate the very feelings of ours to the idiom called detest. Means strong disliking for anything or any matter. So don't forget to write me back how well or how much you have liked my class. So in my next videos, I will be discussing some more idioms. So bye-bye.